Shorty said she coming with a pen, with a pen, with a pen, coming with a pen, with a pen, with a pen, coming with a pen, with a pen, with a pen, coming with a pen, with a pen. Shorty said she coming with.
Yeah.
To come out from Nigeria, because our customs, our build, everything about us differs from the northern people. That's it. And if you go to Aguleri, Anambra State, Aguleri in Anambra State, Anam West and Anam East, there you find some relics that proves that part of the whole part, the southern states of Nigeria, especially the Igbo area, they are the part of the lost tribe of Israel.
Wow.
So it is there, it's documented.
Yeah.
So all these things that makes Nigeria what it is today is just a collection of many tribes, many people, like our build. If you see our structural building or our appearances, it differs from the north.
Yeah.
And the way we eat, the way we talk, our customs, and the way we dress, our religion differs from them. So that's the only thing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anything you want to say to the brothers and sisters in America, Jamaica, England?
I would, because our kings and kings are there.
Yes.
They are scattered there. The only message I would like to give now
and show you where I'm at. We are in a very sacred place, actually, for the Igbo people. We are in a place that called Obu God. What does the word Obu mean? The temple of God. According to the legend and according to some historical information, the question is how the Igbo people, by the way, the word Igbo related to the word Hebrew. Obviously, when they first came here, they asked him, "Who are you?" They said, "We are Hebrews." Well, they said, "Well, no, Hebrew, we are Hebrews." That's how they got the name Hebrew. And we are inside right now. Show them the temple of God. So remember, the 10 tribes have been exiled, and about 630 BC, they started their migration all the way to Africa. And according to the artifacts here of the Igbo people, some of this related to the tribe of God, the people of God. And this is a place that is a memorial for the tribe of God and for the people of God. So this is an ancestry that is not as important to them. It's important to every Jewish person in the world to see that. Shalom. Can you say something about this place? Can you tell a little bit about this place?
As you were saying, this is Obu God.
Obu God.
Obu God. Yeah.
The palace of God.
Yes.
So really, is that a common belief for the people that the descendants of the tribe of God came here?
Exactly.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
Which is not far-fetched. The 10 tribes have been exiled, and they settled here. So tell me, this place here, I noticed on this place, absolutely amazing. This is shocking to me. This is called a mezuzah.
Mezuzah, yes.
This is a mezuzah.
One of rabbi from Israel.
So a rabbi from Israel, check this out. I wanted to show them. A rabbi from Israel visited this place and he put a mezuzah on the door. A mezuzah make it a Jewish home.
Exactly.
So that's
Ezra of Agleri that has maintained a dynasty. He is the 34th king in Obugad. But apart from that they have maintained this kingship and dynasty, other Israelites are equally in Igbo land. We have Zebulun, we have Ephraim, we have Menashe, we have Reuben, we have Danites. They are all here.
N'ibi bosi wa apụta bụ si n'aka eri Gad bụ ụmụ Israel ma ọ bụ Israel si n'ọnwa o ma ọ bụ anyị si Israel na anyị na ụmụ Israel bụ nwanne Igbo adọrọ n'elu ndị Yoruba ma ebe a si wapụta Hausa ma ebe a si wapụta mee na ọ bụ n'ọnwa Igbo adọrọ n'elu ị na-aga ị na-eme ngala n'ọnwa Chineke ka ị bụ.
You walk with pride because you're a child of Adonai.
Chineke gozie n'aba ya bụ.
Now Adonai bless us.
Shalom.
By shalom.
Igbos are Israelites. The question of Igbo being Israelites are not in doubt. There are evidences that Igbos are Israelites. The journey of Igbos started when the Assyrians actually attacked and exiled the 10 tribes of Israel, the northern kingdom, in 722 BC. From that period, all the 10 tribes were scattered. The bulk, according to Mazutra, were taken to Africa. Were taken to Africa. Were taken to Africa. So in Igbo land, you will see most of these lost.
We'll ask the Rabbi, Daniel, to please come and have a word with us. Daniel,
I don't know where, but they didn't let him go. We have a mission to fulfill. We have a lot of compellable evidence of the 10 tribes researchers that came to give us evidence from Africa that there is tribes, 10 tribes of Israel exist in Africa. I will tell you, I'll reveal to you a little secret. I went to the Talmud and I opened the Gemara that we have. And I started to dig into a big spiritual research where the 10 tribes of Israel have gone. And I was able to find in Masechet Sanhedrin, page 94, that the Gemara asked where the 10 tribes have gone, and clearly Mar Zutra states to Africa. That it was not sufficient for me to dig and see one word, but I was searching. Rashi, 850 years ago, wrote the 10 tribes went to one place, Africa. The other 2 tribes, Benjamin and Judah, spread all over the world, and Hashem will gather them. And the 10 tribes of Israel went to Africa, and by the end of time, they will come. I want you to know that according to the secrecy of the Zohar, which is the book that we just celebrate, like Ba'omer, and you saw all the fire that around Dimona probably. I want you to know that according to the light of the fire, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai states clearly that by the end of time, the enemies of Israel will be defeated by the 10 tribes of Israel. It will be revealed, and they will defeat the enemies of Israel. I also want you to know that there is Tosfot Yom Tov, which is another 850 years ago a writer on the Talmud that states the same clear sentence: 10 tribes of Gan, and they're in Africa, and we do have, according to the Talmud, enough knowledge to know that to search for them in Africa. Now we have a compellable evidence of clear message from many people. For example, one of the people that worked in the Mossad, used to work in the Mossad, met me and he told me, look, I want you to know that I was able to find 55 synagogues in Nigeria.
Reports told.
Yeah. Yahusha HaMashiach. Yeah.
Origin of the Yoruba and the Lost Tribes of Israel by Dirk Lange. On the basis of comparative studies between the dynastic tradition of the Oyo Yoruba and ancient Near Eastern history, the present article argues that Yoruba traditions of provenance claiming immigration from the Near East are basically correct. According to Oyo Yoruba tradition, the ancestral Yoruba saw the Assyrian conquest of the Israelite kingdom from the 9th and the 8th centuries before Christ from the perspective of the Israelites. After the fall of Samaria in 722 BC, they were deported to eastern Syria and adopted the ruling Assyrian kings as their own. The collapse of the Assyrian Empire is, however, mainly seen through the eyes of the Babylonian conquerors of the Nineveh in 612 before Christ. Basically, the Yoruba have a great history and well-documented kingship record that place their origin in the Near East, which is also called the Middle East if you would prefer. After analyzing the record, Dirk Lange concludes that the Yoruba history is the history of the Israelites, so they are one and the same. After the Assyrian captivity of Israel, the Yoruba history is then seen from the lens of the Assyrian king whom they have adopted as their own, and then subsequently through the lens of the Babylonians, probably due to assimilation prior to their migration to Sub-Sahara Africa. Well, it does get even more interesting. Let's go down to page 583 where he writes, "The name Yoruba itself is, however, more likely to have been derived from the name of Jeroboam, designating the founder of the northern Israelite kingdom." You must wonder, what does the name Jeroboam have to do with the name Yoruba? Let's look into the name of Jeroboam in the so-called Hebrew Bible. Strong H3379 transliterates Jeroboam as Yarobam. Are you surprised? If you can say Yoruba and Yarobam 10 times in succession without mixing them up, then all praises. On page 592, Dr. Dirk Lange writes, "From a comparative analysis of Oyo dynastic tradition and ancient Near Eastern history, it appears that Israelites migrated to West Africa subsequently to the fall of the Assyrian Empire, and that their descendants survive as the core people of the present-day Oyo Yoruba. Indeed, Oyo tradition reveals that the ancestral Yoruba were mainly composed of Israelites who, in the course of their history, became influenced by Assyrian views of past events.